not much has happened today. I feel alright. Feel pretty good. I guess I can talk about what I did today. Put my bike on the internet for sale. Same with my computer, Steam account. Listed a load of things on Depop and eBay, like a load of clothing. Hopefully going to make a decent amount of money from all of it. I've eaten over the last 36 hours, I guess. Yeah, about 34 hours, 36. Yeah, I've eaten just over 1,000 calories. The thing is, with my dieting, I kind of yo-yo sometimes, but the reason for this is because basically my body's like, I don't want food. After the fiasco that was yesterday. Yeah, I think as of yesterday, I'm going to try going back to being full vegan. So I've been vegetarian for like 3 months. Yeah, I've been vegetarian for 3 months, and I'm going to try going back to vegan. Motivation is, this time it's health, because my relationship with food is pretty poor, generally. Like, over the last 3-4 weeks, excluding 4 days ago, about 3 weeks, my diet was like on point. I don't think I did at all. I don't think I went over 2,000 calories at all. Mostly it was like 1,700. And then, yeah, one day, like 4 days ago, I was just watching a movie. I thought, oh, I'll have a bit of this, and then snowball like mad. The snowball was crazy. As I say, it was like, I'll have this one bowl of cereal or whatever it was, I'll have this bit of cheese and crackers, and then another and another, and I just lost it completely. And that was perpetual for like 4 days until the day before yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to watch a movie soon. I watched Green Book last night. That was fucking good. That was incredible. That was an incredible movie. I also got that book, Russell Brand's book, Recovery. Nice one, Luke. I'm aiming to go through that and actually do all the work in it. I was thinking about this a minute ago, how the main problem for me with like self-improvement and self-development and stuff, well, one of the main problems is that you expect so much of yourself straight away. You take in all this information and you this, and then you just, information overload, man. You just don't know what the fuck you're supposed to focus on, and then, you know, you might do it for a day or two, and then that's one of the things I learned from that 30-day challenges. I don't think I've properly reflected on that. The other day it was kind of, but yeah, I guess I'll learn more about it as I go and live, and, you know, I'll experience something and that make me go, ah yeah, that's what I learned about this, or whatever. But yeah, one of the main things I learned about it is that you can't just encumber yourself with so much concurrently, which I did, and it lasted like a couple of days before, you know, I just stopped. The challenge was just seeing if I can just essentially override emotion and feelings of, you know, feeling unmotivated. If I could just say, nope, robot mode. No, did not work at all. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I tried it, because I didn't really, to say I didn't think I'd do it, then you could say, well, you know, if you don't think you're going to do it, then you're never going to do it. If you don't believe in yourself. But I knew at the beginning that it was a big ask, essentially, and I wasn't fully, you know, convinced that I was going to do it. If anyone asked me, I'd have just gone, well, we'll see. I'm going to try it, and I did try it. But yeah, it was just, it's making life just unenjoyable. And if that's the case and it's persistently unenjoyable, you're just going to go, no, this is fucking dumb. I don't value this. And maybe I'll get to a point in my life where I can do things just for their own sake. I think I spoke about this yesterday. We can do things just for their own sake, and you don't have these magnificent goals and stuff. Whether that's a positive place to get to, I don't know. I think I will always have to have goals set and be honest with myself on their value to me. Because at the moment, like, again, I went to the gym like 15, 16 times in 15, 16 days, and I just broke. I went tonight, but I hadn't been in like 3 days prior. And at the moment, I don't want to be this, big. It's like the work for that isn't worth it for me at the moment, currently, I want to really slim down and retain as much muscle, but it's not like a massive, be all and end all. Eventually I'd like to, but at the moment, not really. I'd like to read more, that's one of the things, definitely. That's one of the things that I'm not doing as much as I'd like to. Other than that, that's about it. There's nothing really of interest to talk about at the moment. I've started writing poetry again. Again, I never really did it in the first place, but I've done a few in the past. So I've got like 5 poems, which I've done over the last 4 days, trying to write one a day. I feel it's quite an interesting mode of expression. I wrote 2 years ago when I was at a company in Grantham, when I was on my internship, and I was not in a good place mentally. And I wrote one over summer when there was this girl writing poetry, and she just said, "You give it a go," and I gave it a go, and I found I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, it's just an interesting way to be creative, I guess, and express yourself. I hit today 30,000 words for Ascent, my book, the book, whatever, the book I'm writing. I hit 30,000 words on that. I'd like to get to 50, 55. And 30,000 words apparently equates to 100 pages. So maybe more, maybe less. What's that? Just over 300 words a page. Maybe I could get to 400 if it's like a larger font. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, it's progressing quite nicely. I hope to finish it. It would be nice to finish it. Yeah, it would be. It'd be nice to finish it by New Year. That's really ambitious because I'm only doing like on average 400 to 700 words a day. So that is ambitious because by that amount I'd be only getting like 45,000 words. I'd like to get at least 50, but I can hopefully push myself to do it. And then from the new year I could start drafting it. So by time Australia, hopefully, wow, shit, it might be done. Because drafting it would take some time. I don't know how it goes or whatever, but I'm just going to have it one side and just rewrite it essentially. That could take a month. So yeah, shit. That's my main project in my life, I guess. Yeah. Well, I started feeling anxious coming home today from the gym because I felt guilty I hadn't done enough. I did enough, but I felt guilty that I hadn't. I just wanted to go there for like half an hour just to get back into going to the gym. I walked home feeling guilty, and then I thought back to a past experience, quite like a past intimacy, and that made me feel insecure and like unworthy, yeah, I started making me feel insecure and anxious. So then I tried to embrace that situation, thought like, from her perspective, from my perspective, and then came to like an understanding, and I meditated on it, and I meditated to help like dissolve the pain, and that worked quite well. But it made me realise that's one of the poems I wrote tonight, on like self-love and self-care, which sounds like hippy-dippy feminist, not feminist, but quite effeminate, some positive thinking bullshit. But it's imperative. You have to, it's mandatory. If you don't accept yourself, you don't care for yourself, then if you live your life thinking you're a piece of shit, you know, that you're never good enough, they've got all of this stuff, this status, this material wealth, but if you don't accept who you are, you know, sorry it sounds so cliche, if you don't love yourself or accept or whatever, embrace who you are, you're going to be fucking miserable. And there really is no point at all to wealth, material wealth anyway, and I guess social wealth, if you're not spiritually wealthy. So yeah, that's a thought, and this is, I don't know how it's dragged on for 11 minutes nearly, so I'll finish that here.